Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Pigskin Pete. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Man, still waiting on news? Like we are every single day of this year. This messed up year we're all a part of. Will the Big Ten cancel their season or delay it? Will the Pac-12 cancel their season or delay it? Will the Big 12 cancel their season or delay it? What does a delay even mean? Are we talking about delay it till the end of September? Are we talking about spring football? All you spring footballers out there. Video I made on Sunday. Had a lot of you spring footballers out there. Just delay it till the spring. Yeah, okay. I don't think people understand what spring really means in college football. It doesn't actually mean the spring. It doesn't mean April rain brings May flowers, or whatever the hell the saying is. What it means is actually winter. Yes, the end of winter is what the spring football season would look like. Kicking the can down the road. We don't want to do it in September or October. We're just going to hope and pray and cross our fingers and pray to some mystical God that there's going to be no virus left in January and February. Okay, see how that works out for you. Listen, if you plan for a spring season, you're not having a season. This is not that hard. The spring season does not start in the spring, if that's what they were to do. The spring season would start likely in January, maybe February at the latest, and happen from February, March, and maybe the early part of April, which would be a disaster for a ton of reasons. First of all, it would be unwatchable football that nobody cares about. Yeah, we're all starving for football. Yes, I'll watch it if it happens. Won't enjoy it too much, though, because half of Clemson's team won't be playing. Half of Ohio State's team won't be playing. Half of Georgia's team won't be playing. Half of Oklahoma's team won't be playing. Half of Alabama's team won't be playing. Because why would they? No incentive to do that for these players. If you're eligible for the NFL draft in 2021, you have zero incentive to play in a spring league. Zero. Why risk injury right before the draft? That's assuming that they would even move the draft back, which I don't think that they would. This idea that the college football, the NFL will just bow down and do it. If college football decides to have a spring season, the NFL is just going to do whatever they want and move the draft to July. No, they're not. Why would they move the draft to July? Somebody explain this to me with common sense. The NFL has zero incentive to move the draft to July. None. They start playing football 6 weeks later. Hell, it takes that long just to even get a contract drawn up for the players. The NFL is not delaying the draft for college football. And nor should they. As far as the virus is concerned, a spring season would be worse than playing it in the fall. Again, this is not a real spring season. It's basically a late winter, very, very early spring season is what it is. What we know about this virus, which is very little apparently, is that it thrives in cold weather. The coldest months of the year in most parts of this country are January, February, and March. Not October, November, December. I can tell you right now where I live in South Carolina, the coldest months of the year are January, February, and March. Period. So is delaying the season till spring just a hope that the virus is going to magically vanish and go away within the next 4 months, 5 months? Yeah, that's what it is. Pipe dream. Not going to happen. Any conference out there that delays their football season till spring, the season isn't happening in the spring. Also, on top of that, if you really care about player safety, if that's what this is all about, because that's what they're saying. I mean, well, this is what they're saying, but this isn't what they really mean. What they really mean is we're just trying to delay it so we can try to figure something out. And we don't give a shit it's much easier to cancel if it's a spring football season than it is the fall because nobody's going to give a shit in the spring. That's what they really mean to say, but they're not saying it because they're all a bunch of politicians, basically. If you really care about the health and safety of the players, this spring season, this magical spring season that you're talking about, would mean that if you're an underclassman and you're not going into the draft, let's say you're a freshman or a sophomore, that means you're playing whatever they decide to do in the spring. 7 games, 6 games, 8 games, 10 games, whatever the hell they decide to do. If it does happen, now between the months of April and August, so what is that? You got a couple of months off between 2 full seasons. What are you going to play, 25 plus games in a calendar year? And you care about player safety? What a joke. Of course that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Key players be sitting out. Drafts not getting moved back. 25 plus games in a 9-month period. The fact that people even believe that there's a chance that spring football happens is really funny to me. You know, there might be a spring football season maybe in the FCS. Maybe. I mean, even then, they still have some of the same issues that the FBS would have, and some of, especially the Power 5 teams would have, without a doubt. But, yeah, spring football. Yeah, that ain't happening. Not happening. We'll see what happens with the Pac-12. Seems to me like the Pac-12 is going to bow out. From all reports, this is not like the Big Ten situation that we saw unfold yesterday, where there was reports, first of all, that they had voted on it, and then they came out and said they didn't vote on it, and now they're reassessing it, and we're supposed to hear something in the next couple of days. The ACC and the SEC say they're moving forward. The Big 12 hasn't said it. The Big 12 is like that. You know, if somebody knocks something over downstairs in the house and you hear a big crash and you walk down there and there's 4 or 5 kids sitting down there and they're all just looking at each other, going, "What are you going to say? Are you going to rat me out? What are you going to say?" That's the Big 12. Big 12 ain't saying shit, are they? They're waiting to see what everyone else is doing, which is fine, I guess. Anyway, spring footballers. All you spring footballers out there. Keep smoking that pipe. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. And if it does happen, it'll be so terrible. Then it'll be unwatchable. Basically. So, all right, guys. See all you spring footballers later. Hey, tonight at 7 p.m. I'll be on live on this YouTube channel with my boy Bobby Durkins, otherwise known as Brian Knight. I'll see y'all then. Pixie and Pete, check it out.